Gloucestershire. So on yesterday's show, the 9 to 5 quiz was all about World Book Day. We were looking for a series of children's books. We had Noddy and Mr Men and all sorts. Primary age children from all over the county went to school dressed as their favourite characters. And they did this as well at Oakridge Lynch Primary School, but they continued their World Book Day theme today as a children's author came to see them. So I went to the school recently, you might remember a couple of weeks ago, they'd launched their own allotment. They'd put lots and lots of work into creating this allotment. And the classes with the author took place today on the allotment. So on went the wellies again.
Frank, do you want to sit on the space? That's it, sit on a log. Have we got space for everybody?
So I'm lucky because I've come today and I'm going to read you a book a bit later on, and I love reading to people. I almost like reading more than I like writing. And you know, to be a good writer, you need to read and read and read and read and read. Hello, I'm Julie Fulton and I'm a local author from just over the border in Worcestershire, and I write children's books published in the pitch book category.
And this is a great setting, isn't it? You can see how hard they've worked on this allotment. They've got the raised beds, they've got the bird hides and the sheds and the greenhouses.
It's amazing. It puts my allotment to shame, quite honestly. The bird hides are fantastic. I can see the great fun you can have sitting in there seeing what comes around. I imagine there's quite a lot of buzzards and things like that around here, so excellent. It's fantastic. I have to come back sometime and see what they've managed to grow, because they've got lovely raised beds set out now.
Maybe they'll grow an enormous turnip or an enormous potato. Those are some of the books that you're going to be reading to them today, and it's a variety of activities that you're planning today.
Yes, with the Key Stage 1, I'll then read one of my stories, which is Greedy Mrs Macready. As the title suggests, she's into food, so I thought we'd then chat about food they could grow on the allotment and maybe do some designs on some paper plates of their favourites. And then with the older children, I'm into poetry, so I thought we might do some poems based on food, which could be fun, hopefully, for them.
And it's great how big World Book Day has become. We're on an allotment, so there's no dressing up in costumes today. That was yesterday.
It was.
But it's become a big thing, and you know, teachers are trying to encourage children to read at home, encouraging the parents to encourage the children. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of talk about literacy in schools.
It is very important. I was talking with a colleague the other day who has a child who's very into maths, and they were worried sick that the boy hadn't started reading yet. And he said, well, don't worry about it. But you start to realise that you need to have reading skills and writing skills for whatever subject you're interested in. I've done some work with Book Trust in the past, the charity that gets books into schools for children that may not get them otherwise. And the research they've done is amazing. If you enjoy reading, if you read for enjoyment, you're far more likely, apparently, in older life to be able to own your own home, to have a better career path, to actually take part in your community and trust your neighbours as well, which is very important nowadays.
All that coming from an enjoyment of reading?
Apparently so. That's according to Book Trust research over the last few years, yes. And it's so important, enjoying reading. And if parents can set a good example, you know, anything, magazines, whatever they like. It doesn't have to be fiction, factual books. Just get kids in there, get them reading.
It was World Book Day yesterday. What happened in school?
We brought our favourite books in and our character costumes.
What did you dress up as?
Goldilocks.
Did you? What were you wearing?
A Goldilocks dress.
What were other people wearing? Which other characters did people come as?
Daisy went as a spotty dog.
You went as a spotty dog?
A Dalmatian.
A Dalmatian.
I wore a black spotty top and a pair of black spotty leggings. And I had a hairband and then stuck some ears on it. And I made a bracelet into a collar.
That sounds brilliant. Isaac, what did you wear?
He was Tom from Beast Quest, and he was wearing a sword and a shield.
So lots of people dressed up then.
Things stuck on the shield, a serpent's tooth, a dragon's scale, and an eagle's feather.
Enough of the egg sandwiches, roared the bear. Bears don't eat egg sandwiches!
That was one of her books. That was Julie Fulton, the children's author, who was reading from one of her books called Bears Don't Eat Egg Sandwiches. They soon picked it up, as you heard. They were loving it. Really enjoyed listening to the books being read out loud, and I know that she had lots of activities there. And Julie did say to me, this is the first time I've run a session like this on an allotment, and it was lovely to see everybody again at Oakridge Lynch Primary School. Thanks to Ava, Isaac and Daisy as well.